Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. We are going to get right into this look right now, starting with the brows. I am going to be using the Milani Stay Put Brow in the color Brunette, which is a little bit lighter than my actual shade. So after I do that, I'm going to be packing on a brow palette to add the color and the proper shades that I need. Okay, so once you're done with your brows and after you've primed them, I'm going in with Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina palette in the color Incense and Base. Then I'm building up to make the shape that I need with the NYX Jumbo Pencil in the color Milk. This is an alternative if you don't have any water activated liners. So being how it's a very thick pencil, I understand that it could be a little difficult to work with. So you want to take your time, slowly build the shape that you need. Once you get that shape going, what I did was I went into my Norvina Volume 1 collection palette in the color White just to start shaping up the outside lines with a thin brush. This is going to help create a cleaner, crispy line that I need, and it keeps everything from getting a little too messy. Once you make that outline, then you could go in with a flatter brush and pat the rest of the color in. So once I get the lines where I need, I'm going to go back in with my ABH Norvina palette and put some Dreamer as my highlight and a little more Incense and Base to clean up any of the lines that were on my crease. I want to make sure it looks as neat as possible. So once I'm done with that, I'm going to go in with my Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper Black. And you want to take your absolute time and not really glide it very hard, but kind of just pat it as you go because you don't want to disrupt the shadow. Then you can slowly start to pat and fill in as you go along. If needed, you can add a black shadow gel or any kind of gel liner to make it as dark or as crisp as you need it to be. Once I'm done with that, adding only a liner on the bottom to half my bottom lash line, I'm going to go in with some shadow to kind of blend it out. Also bringing in the inner corner because I kind of wanted both colors to meet in the middle. Then after adding my lashes, I went in with Tarte Man Eater Mascara just to fluff them up, make them look as natural as possible. So once you're ready to get started in your base, I am using the NYX Honey Dew Me Up Primer, which was my first time using this, by the way, and I apologize if I did it kind of weird compared to how everybody else does it, but this was something I kind of wanted to play with, and I just got excited and went all ham in. And then I added some Akumusi Rose Gold Elixir, and I blended it with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. And just make sure you blend that all in to get as much of a good coverage as you need. I prefer a full coverage. So then I went in with some Milani Retouch and Erase Concealer. After patting that in, I used the Milani Radiant Setting Powder, which by the way was more shimmery than I thought it was going to be. Then I used Beauty Bakery, the Brownie Bar palette, and for their bronzer, and I absolutely fell in love. I had no complaints. I got a little nervous because it looked a little dark when I first applied it, but once I started blending it out, it was absolutely perfect, and it was the best purchase I've ever made. So I highly recommend Beauty Bakery. They have amazing palettes. So I'm just taking my brush and going back in, blending out the bronzer, adding a little bit more because I felt that I needed a little bit extra color after that concealer went everywhere. Sticking with Beauty Bakery, I went in with the Beauty Bakery Cotton Candy Blush Palette, and then I used Vanessa Vanity's Sunkissed Highlight for the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, and my cheek highlight. So I decided to use a new brand I haven't worked with yet, and it is Glam Vice, and I'm using the color Bon Bon for my lip base. I didn't count on the color being as dark as it came out, but I have no complaints. It went on beautifully, and also it smelled absolutely fantastic, like just like a latte. So going on top of that, I'm using Shop Miss A in the color Fleek of their liquid matte lipsticks, because I didn't want it to be too dark. I wanted to create like a soft gradient with the nudes and the browns. And after I make sure everything is nice and neat, not so clumpy, not messy around the lips, went in with some setting spray. I wish I could tell you the name of it, but I got it from Five Below a long time ago. So I'm setting that in, not something permanent. I did this at nighttime, and I believe I also went into the shower immediately after I did this look. So, and there you have it. That is my version of the Rain On Me look by Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande. And I hope you enjoyed. If you liked the video, please subscribe. There'll be a new video coming on this Wednesday and also again next Sunday.